Hi children, this video is specially to the children, those who have completed now recently the Sainik exam of 2025, and this video specially made for the solutions of general knowledge, and this set is belongs to set A. So now we discuss about the solutions of general knowledge. In this, we are going to discuss from question to question along with the solution part. So first question they have given about the Madhubani. It is a very old form of folk art and is from which state in India. So they have been asking us about the Madhubani. It is the oldest art of which state they are asking us. So in the options they have given about West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jammu and Kashmir and Bihar. So when we have seen the question itself, the highlighter they have given about the Madhubani. So here Madhubani, it is a village in Bihar and that village is famous for art. So now the answer is Bihar. So Madhubani, it is a famous art it belongs to the Bihar state. As we know that Madhubani, it is a village in Bihar. So coming to the next question, what is drought? What is drought? So drought, they have given in the options, they are asking about what is meant by drought. What is the meaning of drought? So in the options they have given in the first option, when there is a landsliding occurs on the hills, when there is no rain and crops may fail. Third option, when heavy rain causes water to flow. And fourth option is when the sudden shaking of ground causes a series of waves in the sea. So when we have seen about the first option, when there is a landsliding occurs on the hills, this itself tells us about the landsliding. So this is not the correct option. So when there is no rain and crops may fail, so this tells us about drought condition. So where there is a less rainfall, which in turn it leads to the drying up of land. So when drying up of land takes place, then there will be no crops or no cultivation, no agriculture. So drought itself means that drying up of land. So the option second will be a correct answer for the drought. So next comes to the what is the capital city of United Arab Emirates? So they are just asking directly about the capital city. So here the capital city of UAE, United Arab Emirates is Abu Dhabi. What is the capital city of United Arab Emirates? It is Abu Dhabi. So United Arab Emirates, it is a combined form of 7 states. So in that Abu Dhabi, it acts like a capital city of United Arab Emirates. So next comes to the next question, the Valley of Flowers. So the Valley of Flowers is located in which state in India? So here the Valley of Flowers is a national park. Okay. Valley of the Flowers is a national park which is located in which state they are asking. So this is also one of the NCERT lesson about that Valley of Flowers. So here Valley of Flowers is they are asking, they have given the question like it is in whether it is in Ladakh region, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh or Arunachal Pradesh. So as we have seen that this Valley of Flowers is a national park and it is one among the UNESCO World Heritage Site and it is present in Uttarakhand region. It is present in Uttarakhand region. So answer for this fourth question, that is the Valley of Flowers is Uttarakhand. So coming to the next question, who was the first man to step onto the moon? So they are asking that who is the first person to step onto the moon? So they have given options like David Scott, Neil Armstrong, Peter Conrad and John Young. So as we have know that the first person who has been step onto the moon is Neil Armstrong. He is one among the American astronaut. So he was the first person who has been step on to the moon on July 20, 1969. So here the option 2 is the correct answer, that is about the Neil Armstrong. So coming to the next question, adding which of the following to the water will make the eggs float in the water. So they're asking the question, what makes the eggs to float in the water? As we know that if you have taken an egg in the water, fresh water, if you keep the egg in the water, surely it will sink in the water. This is because the weight, that is mass of the egg, is greater when it comes to the density of the water. But they're asking us why egg floats in the water, in which condition, if you among this, if you add that which leads to the eggs to float in the water. We'll see the first options: sugar, chalk powder, oil and salt. As we know that sugar it dissolves in water. Chalk powder, it doesn't dissolve in water, it gets settles at the bottom of the water. And comes to the oil, oil is an immiscible liquid, it doesn't mix with the water and it forms a layer on the surface of the water as its density varies. When we have seen that oil density is less when compared to the water, so objects which is having less dense, they easily floats on water. Which is having more dense than water, it gets sinks into the water. So when comes to the only option for us is salt. Salt is the only ingredient as an object which it increases the density of water. So as we are going on adding the salt to the water, it increases the density of water than the weight of the egg. So which in turn makes the upward push of the water, that we call it as Buoyant force. The upward pushing of water is Buoyant force, which it increases the density of water. By mixing salt, it increases the density of water, which that leads the eggs to float on the water. So option 4 is the correct one for the question. So next, coming to the next question, in which year did Dandi March takes place? When Gandhiji with several other people went on a long walk from Ahmedabad to the Dandi seashore in Gujarat to protest against the British law. So this is also very important question which we have been seen from the NCERT only. So they are asking about in which year did Gandhiji did this Dandi March. So specially Gandhiji did this Dandi March, where this British, they have given against the salt, tax on the salt. To protest this, Gandhiji, he did this march, and this Dandi March is also known as Salt Satyagraha. So Dandi March is also known as Salt Satyagraha. This Gandhiji along with his 78 followers, and they did this march from Ahmedabad to Gujarat. Okay, they are asking us which year. So here the year is 1930. So this march, it have been taken for 24 days from 12th March to 6th April of 1930. So option 4 is the correct option. Next comes to the next question about the full form. So they have asked us what is the full form of SAARC. So SAARC full form they have given in a different option, that is South American Association for Regional Cooperation, South American Alliance for Regional Cooperation, South Asian Alliance for Regional Companies, South Asian Association for Regional Corporation. So the full form of SAARC is, the fourth option is correct, that is the South Asian Association for Regional Corporation. So in this is also one among the United Nations organization. It is another comes under the United Nations organization. Among these 8 countries will comes under the SAARC. So coming to the next question, read the following statements given below and choose the correct option. So they have given in a statements form. We need to tell which one is a correct statement. So they have given in 2 statements form. In one statement 1, they have given our stomach churns the food to digest it. And comes to the statement 2, they have given the food does not digest properly when we are sad. So we know that, as we have seen that the digestion of the food is an involuntary action. It is not a voluntary action. So this tells us that the first statement 1 is true, tells us that our stomach will churns the food to digest it. So the only statement 1 is true. Only statement 1 is true, telling that our stomach churns the food to digest it, and food doesn't properly exactly doesn't not properly depends when digest when we are sad. So that's why we can choose for that our stomach churns the food to digest it. Okay, so the answer is only statement 1 is true. So next comes to the next question. Golconda Fort is located in which city? So here they have given directly the question about the important historical monuments of India. So Golconda Fort is also one among the historical monument in India, telling that in which city this Golconda Fort is situated. So this Golconda Fort is located in, they have given Hyderabad, Jaisalmer, Jodhpur and Panjim, but here Golconda Fort is situated in Hyderabad. We all know that it is a well-known place. It is in Telangana state. So Golconda Fort is located in Hyderabad. So coming to the next question, who among the following found out that mosquitoes will spread the malarial disease? So they have given options here: Ronald Ross, George Mendel, Neil Armstrong and George Mestral. So here we know that George Mendel, he was one of the father of the genetics, tells us about the laws of inheritance. Then comes to the Neil Armstrong, we know that he is an astronaut. So when goes to the elimination process also, we can clearly go through the first option, tells us that Ronald Ross, he was the one who found that mosquitoes will spread the malarial disease. So mosquitoes will spread this malarial disease, tells us that Ronald Ross, he was the one, and he just to find out that mosquito is going to spread the malaria from one person to the other person, and it is actually protozoal disease. Malaria is it comes under the protozoal disease, and it was transmitted from one person to the other person through the mosquito bite. So he was the one. So option 1 is the correct answer, that is Ronald Ross. So coming to the next question, when one bee finds flowers with nectar, what does it do to tell the other bees to know where the nectar is? So when comes to this question, we know that one bee is going to find the flowers with nectar. So we have seen this honey bee hive. We can see queen bee and also some male bees along with that worker bees will be there. And all these workers bees, they will be always in search of the nectar in the flowers. So when this one bee here, if it finds the nectar in a flower, how it is going to communicate with the other bee to know that these flowers is having a nectar. Here they have given options here: a special kind of dance, a special warning call, electrical signals, by letting out a special smell. As we have gone through the elimination process also, we know that warning call is given by langur, and electrical signals fish. Fish is the best example for giving electrical signals of communication. And by letting out a special smell is ant. So while ant is going on, it leaves some smell on the ground. So now we can clearly say that bees, when they finds the nectar, how it is going to communicate other bees only with a special kind of dance. So we can see zzz and sound they will be making, and they will be moving all here and there. That is a type of dance, special dance. We call it as Weigel dance. Okay, the name of the dance is Weigel dance. They will do a special kind of dance here. So coming to the next question here, they are asking us about the sports. So next question is from the sports, that is about Karnam Malleshwari has won many medals in international events for which sport? So this tells us about Karnam Malleshwari. She belongs to which sport? We all know that by hearing the name of Karnam Malleshwari itself tells us that she is an Indian retired weightlifting. So she belongs to weightlifting. So she also one of the important women. She is the only first woman who has received the medal in Olympics, and also she received the first woman to receive Arjuna Award, and she also received the Padma Shri. Okay, so she belongs to which sport? Weightlifting. She belongs to weightlifting. Next comes to the next question. Who was the first Indian woman to reach at the peak of Mount Everest? So, who is the first woman to reach the Mount Everest? So, they have given 4 options: Vaid Prism, Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams, and Bachendri Pal. As if you have gone through the elimination process also, we know that Kalpana Chawla and Sunita Williams, they both belongs to space. Okay, so and we know that when comes to the NCERT, to the lesson mountaineering lesson, we have heard that Bachendri Pal is the first Indian woman to reach the peak of Mount Everest. So option 4 is the correct answer. That tells us about that Bachendri Pal. She was the first Indian woman to reach the peak of Mount Everest. Next comes to the next question about again they have given this in statements. We need to arrange the statements in the order form. So they have given question, read the following statements on how salt is made. So they have given in 3 statements form. The first statement is, water is allowed to dry in the sun. The sea water is collected in shallow beds dug in the sand. Third statement is, after the water dries, the salt remains on the ground. So these are the 3 statements. So we need to arrange the statements in the order form. As we have seen that, first we'll collect the sea water in the beds. So when we have looked in that order wise, so option 2 will comes first. Option 2 will comes first. So the sea water is first collected in shallow beds and they are dug in the sand. So after the sea water collected, we need to allow that water to get evaporated under the sun. So when we have seen like that, then option 1 will comes under the second position. So option 1, where this tells us about that after water is allowed to dry under the sun through a process of evaporation, after the complete water dries off through the process of evaporation, we can see that salt remains on the ground. So option 3 comes in the last. So this is first, this is second, and this is third. Now we need to match where the order comes. So here the fourth option will tell us about that option 2, option 1 and option 3, and like this the statement have been arranged in a meaningful order, tells us about how we are going to prepare the salt through a process of evaporation. So comes to the next question, why will a person not drown into the Dead Sea even if she doesn't not know how to swim? So this question is actually both related to before the question what we have discussed about the egg, how it is going to float on the water by increasing the density of water. The same question only it refers, but it tells us about the Dead Sea. Here Dead Sea is one of the saltiest sea in the world. This tells us about it is having about 324 grams of salt per every liter of water. So that much salty is the Dead Sea. So we already know that if you add salt to the water, we are going to increase the density of the water. As we have seen that this Dead Sea is a very saltiest sea. So even if you don't know to swim also, you can easily you just float on the water. So when you have seen the options about this, because there is no water, because there is no air, because it is sandy, because it has the saltiest water. So this reason about the density of the salt water, this tells us about that option 4 is correct. That is because it has the saltiest water. So comes to the next question. It tells us about which part of the plant will absorb water and nutrients from the soil. As we have all know that roots play a major important role for the plant to absorb water from the soil, not only water, nutrients or minerals. So root is an anchoring part of the plant. So from this we can know that when have seen the options like leaves, stems, root and flower, all the remaining part are the part of the plant which is on above the surface of the soil. So we can go through that. Root is a main important part which absorbs water from the soil. from the roots it is going to supply to the remaining parts of the plant through the help of the stem. So option 3 is the correct answer, that is root. So coming to the next question, dash is a type of drum which is used as an Indian musical instrument. We all know that they have given clue also for us. It is like a drum type. So when you have seen that tanpura, sitar and harmony, they won't looks like a drum. So from this they have, with this clue word, all are Indian musical instruments only, but they have asked us drum which looks like a drum. So tabla is the only musical instrument which we can see that it is in a type of drum, and which is an important Indian musical instrument. So option 3 is the correct answer. So coming to the next question, Dash was a famous Indian poet who wrote the Geetanjali. So this comes under the important authors. So in this we can see that Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Subramanya Bharati, and the next is Sarojini Naidu, and next is Rabindranath Tagore. So by seeing the Geetanjali itself, we all know that he has received the Nobel Prize for this in the literature for about the Geetanjali only. So Rabindranath Tagore is a correct option. So option 4 is Rabindranath Tagore, who he also awarded the Nobel Prize for his work in literature, especially for the Geetanjali. So coming to the next question, about who are known as Kalbelias. So which persons we will call them as Kalbelias. So this is also one of the NCERT question. So we'll see the options that people who sell old bottles and newspapers, people who do farming, people who catches fish from river, and people who make snake dance. So we have seen that this Kalbelias are the community which specially they are being trained from their grandparents about only how to catch the snake, and they are called as snake charmers. So snake charmers are the people who catches the snake, and they will depends upon their livelihood only on this snake. So now we can, from the options we can easily say that people who make snake dance, who make the snake dance is called Kalbelias. They are known as snake charmers. So coming to the next question, the famous Indian king who built the Taj Mahal was. We all know that Taj Mahal is also one of the Indian historical monument, and especially this Taj Mahal was built as a very important monument to look over in India, and they have given options like Humayun, Babur, Akbar and Shah Jahan. So we know that Shah Jahan is a Indian king who built this Taj Mahal. He was a Mughal emperor, and he was built the Taj Mahal for his remembrance of his wife. For coming to the next question, which instrument is used to measure temperature? So temperature, our temperature can be measured. Every instrument, each and every instrument here, what they have given in the options, they are being used for one or the other thing in our daily life. We have seen the options here. They have given barometer, microscope, thermometer and telescope. We all know the functions of the each and every instrument here. Here barometer is given. Barometer is used to measure the pressure of the air. Then when comes to the air pressure, when comes to the microscope, we know microscope is used to see only a very small objects which cannot be able to see with our naked eye. When comes to the thermometer, especially we know that thermometer, it is used to measure the body temperature. So they have given clearly which instrument is used to measure the temperature. So thermometer is an important instrument which is used to measure the body temperature. As we have seen this fourth option, that is telescope, we know that telescope is used to see only the objects, distant objects, especially celestial bodies. And next, coming to the next question about the solar system, very important question and very easy also to know that which is the largest planet in our solar system. So the largest, we all know that solar system consists of sun and also 8 planets which revolves around the sun. So among the 8 planets, we have divided them into 4 inner planets and 4 outer planets. So they have given here options like Jupiter, Saturn, Earth and Uranus. We know that Earth is an inner planet. Saturn is also outer planet. Uranus is also outer planet. All the outer planets are gaseous planet, and even Jupiter also. Among all the planets, Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and it is also having a satellite. A largest satellite in the solar system is also Jupiter's, that is Ganymede. So here you can see that Jupiter is a answer that which is the largest planet in our solar system. Next comes to which part of our human body helps us to breathe. So we know that they are asking about breathe. Breathe means it comes under the respiratory system. So here the options they have given us brain, lungs, heart and liver. We know that brain means it belongs to central nervous system, heart means circulatory system, and liver it comes under the digestive part, that is it comes under the accessory organ. So, and lungs is the only organ which plays an important role in our respiratory system to breathe in and breathe out of all the gases. So last question and also very important question, that is who was the first president of India? So this comes under first in India in our topic. They have given Dr. Zakir Hussain, Mahatma Gandhi, V.V. Giri and Dr. Rajendra Prasad. We all know that Dr. Rajendra Prasad is the first president of India, and he is also one of the president of our Indian Constitution. So this is about our solutions. So all the solutions which we have been discussed now is a very important topics which we have been covered in Sainik syllabus, and it is also comes under the NCERT. So most of the questions this time they have covered from the NCERT itself. Okay, so I know that everyone have been covered more of them. In the 50% we usually got about 40 to 48%. All the solutions are very easy and also very comfortable to do this paper. Okay, so thank you.